Welcome back everyone, Souls Guy here, and today I'm going to be giving you some tips on how to counter parrying and parry spamming. The clip we're looking at today is me invading a fight club, and I feel like it really demonstrates these tips very well. So, starting things off, number one, you want to know the parry tools in the game, whether that be an offhanded shield, a two-handed katana stance parry, maybe a weapon offhand that can parry, such as a curved sword or a rapier. You want to know if your opponent has the option to parry. If your opponent switches to a parry tool, you should take mental note of that because now they have the option to try to parry. If they don't have a parry tool out, they're not going to parry you. It's pretty self-explanatory, I know, but just realizing that they can parry you can make a world of difference. So now that you know your opponent is going to try to parry you, you're going to want to use unparryable attacks as mix-ups. Some examples of unparryable attacks include two-handed R1s and R2s from ultra weapons, such as ultra great swords and ultra great axes. Certain battle arts are also not parryable, such as the spin slash from the curved sword and great curved sword. But for normal weapons, your kick and your jump attack are your go-to mix-ups that cannot be parried. So using these techniques, you're able to stop them from landing easy parries on you. Tip number 3, not attacking and using delayed attacks to throw off their parry timing. For example, if every time you get in your weapon's range you hit an R1 and you do this multiple times, your opponent is going to know at what distance and what timing to parry, and it's going to make it very easy for them to do that. To counter this, you want to be less predictable. Don't always attack from the same range with the same R1. Use some R2s, use jump attacks. Don't attack sometimes, just get in close in your range and then back off and just see what they do. You want to read them. If they try to parry you on something really easy like that, it's going to make them pretty upset that they didn't just land a parry, and you know for sure that they are going to try to parry you. This next tip is really effective against parry spamming or predictable parries in general. If you know somebody is going to try to parry you on a running attack, don't run attack, run behind them and backstab them as they try to parry you. And they will be locked in position because they tried to parry, and you'll backstab them for the punish. This is a great way to shut down a parry spammer or just somebody who's parrying a lot, maybe not parrying 2 times every time, but parrying once and then parrying again and then parrying again. When you know they're going to go for a parry, just go for the runaround backstab, and it works quite well. Backstabbing a parry attempt is easiest against the small parry shields, such as the target shield and the buckler, because even though those shields have very good startup frames on their parry, they have very long recovery frames after the parry is over. So they're locked in animation for a longer duration than normal, and that makes it easier for you to backstab them without them being able to roll away and escape. Now against weapons like the cestus, mannequin claws, and the bare fist parry, they have lower recovery times, so they can parry and then escape faster, leaving you with a smaller window to get around and backstab them. But it's still entirely possible. You just have to make a better read on them and know that they're about to go for a parry, so you can immediately take the backstab the first chance you can get. This is extremely effective against parry spamming. If somebody hits 2 parries in a row, back to back, you will always be able to backstab them. They cannot escape. They don't have enough time, and they're locked in animation for a long enough duration to guarantee a backstab. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it helped you out and gave you some good insight on how to counter parrying. I'm Dark Souls Guy, and I will catch you on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if it helped you out. Have yourself a good day, guys.